This is a video reply to, I guess, two different threads of discussion on two different videos of mine. I'll link to them in the comments section, so if anybody wants to pick up on that, as if anybody actually watches these things. But basically, I've been having an interesting exchange with Paul about people misusing the Quran to incite violence. People reading the Quran and being incited to violence. And he asked me the question why I thought that was just impossible. I'm not necessarily claiming that it's impossible, but what I am claiming is that if it's happening at all, it's happening in extremely small numbers. Based on the fact that, well, I've never seen a single case study of one person who otherwise would not have done violence if he or she hadn't read the Quran and been incited to do so. I mean, not for nothing, but we've got a whole bunch of people who have read the Quran and have done violence, or at least are being accused of, and they're being detained at Guantanamo Bay right now. And, you know, I've never seen any study done that said, well, this is what happened. They were otherwise peaceful, they were looking for peaceful solutions, or they didn't have any problems at all, and they read the Quran and then said, well, I'm going to go do violence because here it is. This is the passage. This is the verse in the Quran. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go do it. I've never seen that. We're talking about people who are suffering from all kinds of mistreatment. We're talking about people who are oppressed and are fighting against that oppression. That they might be able to find some support in the Quran for that fight. Well, okay, but people fight oppression all the time. So I just really, honestly, I don't see where you're going with that. And like I said, show me one example of somebody. Just one. Just one. If you can do that, then I think we can have a discussion about this. But until you can provide me with one example, one documented case, you really don't have much support. You have no evidence. And you just can't show this to be true. If it's true, you should be able to document one case. Okay? That's basically my point there. And then on another video, Dave and I have been exchanging some comments about, the best tactics or strategy to try to promote, a more rational viewpoint. And I'm all for promoting a more rational viewpoint. Okay, don't misread me when I talk about supporting religion. Don't misunderstand me that I'm against rationality or rationalism. Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I see a lot of the arguments against religion as irrational. A lot of them are just plain bigotry, and this comment's not directed at you, Dave, so don't misread me there. But a lot of people are just bigots about this. They have this idea that they know what's going on, they know the truth, they're so much more enlightened than everyone else, and those ignorant people who are practicing religion, they need to stop that. And, I've argued many, many times that the problem isn't religion. But, again, even if you think it is the problem, certainly you have to agree that there are elements of religion that are not problematic. The fact that they inspire people to do good works, and that they inspire people to do good in their lives, to lead good and meaningful lives. You can't deny that is true. So, my point is, let's take the bad parts out of religion. Let's criticize those separately from religion. Because when you paint the broad brushstroke against religion, you deny the possibility, or you greatly limit the possibility of getting religious people as our allies against the irrational problems that you cite. and against just the various problems. I mean, you've cited ignorance and misogyny, and hey, whatever. Where do I sign? How do I make an effort against those things? And I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, religious groups do that. At my church we have a social justice committee, and we take social action. We do things, not just with the committee, but also just as individuals. Somebody will start a project, and we will get help from within our congregation and from other neighboring congregations. So that's a positive change, and working against some of the ills that you've claimed, we have been able to cause positive change. And we're a religious group, and there are other religious groups that do that. So I really think that you're sending a false message when you say that religion has to be expunged. So thanks to both of you, Paul and Dave, for the discussion. I'm on YouTube because I want to talk with people who don't agree with me. I've got plenty of people who do agree with me in my life, in real life. So it's great to talk with people and have a respectful exchange of ideas. So thanks a lot. Take care.